What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Dom here, aka Sergeant Shuffle, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to make Chuck Person, aka the Rifleman, in 2K23 is a MyPlayer build. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Chuck Person was a small forward, power forward who played for the Indiana Pacers and wore jersey number 45. He was a prolific shooter, as implied by his nickname, and he actually got his nickname from a old Wild West Western TV show. So jumping straight into it, small forward, right hand. You can go left hand if you really want, but right hand is typically preferred. Number 45, as I said beforehand. Excuse me. We are going to go with 6'8" as the height and 220 pounds for the weight. In terms of the wingspan here, we are going to go 7'2". Keep the body shape solid or defined, don't really matter too much. Going into the close shot, he had a 92 as the close shot. He had an 84 on the layup. Drive and dunk was a 75, not terrific, not terrible either. Stand and dunk, we're going to go with a 60. And post control, we have an 80. I believe I had that correct. Yes, an 80 post control. You can drop it down to 79 if you want, but totally up to you. I think I'm going to drop mine down to 79. In terms of the mid-range shot, he had an 85. And three-point shot, he had an 88. Moving on to the free throw, we'll give him a 72 free throw because his actual free throw was a 79, and quite honestly, I don't really see it being necessary to have it that high. Moving on to playmaking, we'll go with a 75 pass accuracy, a 78 ball handling, and a 69 speed with ball. Jumping straight into the defense, we have a 78 on the interior, which isn't too bad at all. We have an 80 on the perimeter D, so he's going to be a nice hybrid defender, both in the interior and perimeter. In terms of his steal and block, it's not going to really be that great. The 45-40 split, 62 on the offensive, and I believe it's an 80 for the defensive. Cool. So we're sitting at 96 overall. Now all we have left is our physical attributes. In terms of his physical attributes, he was pretty darn solid. We get a 73 speed and a 74 excel. Strength, he had a 80, but since we are getting low on overall, and obviously as always 90 stamina. You could go 89 if you like, but again, totally up to you. There's really no huge difference. So yeah, all we have left is strength and vertical. I may have swap points around here, so I do apologize in advance if I need to do that, but we'll go ahead and give him 72 vertical and put the rest toward strength, and we'll get a 75 strength, which honestly is not bad. Not bad at all. And then toss the last point into his free throw. So we end up with a 18, 25, 14, 12 split for his badge count, which is not bad. Your bread and butter is going to obviously be shooting, followed by your finishing. He's got all right defense and some pretty okay playmaking too. So since he is the Rifleman, I would obviously, if you want to go like real accurate to him, shot creating, spot up shooter. If you're not as worried about your shooting, I would probably go with a lockdown just to boost your defense up a little bit. If you're really feeling interesting today or whenever you feel like making this build, you could go post scoring, but for the sake of argument, I'm going to go with the lockdown and spot up takeovers. We're going to go ahead and finish the build here. We have a 3-level score. Primary shade as Chuck Person. Now we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 99 overall here. And I'll show you what kind of badges I'd be rocking with. So for Chuck Person, Obviously not the most athletic guy of all time, but if you want to really boost those dunks up, put on your Limitless Takeover and Posterizer. I'd probably throw a point into Bronze Bully just for the sake of entertainment, I guess. Personally, Pro Touch, I'd probably put on Gold. Fearless Finisher on Gold as well. Silver Masher, can't go wrong with it. For the last 5 points, I would probably put a point or two into Acrobat. I feel like Acrobat's pretty helpful in certain situations. And since we do have Bronze Bully, we might as well throw down on Back Down Punisher, because I don't really see myself drop stepping. You don't really need Giant Slayer. You're 6'8". I don't know if you guys do post spins, but I heard Post Spin Technician is also a wonderful option. So yeah, I mean, it's totally up to you guys how you want to play this. Moving on to shooting here, our main bread and butter. We're obviously just going to go straight into it with the Hall of Fame MIDI Magician Gold Green Machine. Pop on Agent 3s because Agent 3s is incredibly useful. Honestly, like, I would put on Limitless Range on Silver, personally. Bronze Corner Specialist, throw on, Gold Claymore if you want. Or I personally would probably put it into Volume Shooter. Go with the gold Volume Shooter. Silver Claymore, and then put a point into Amped so you lose a little bit less of your energy while shooting. If you don't really want to use Claymore and you're more worried about having that energy, I would put Silver Amped and then Bronze Claymore. Moving on to playmaking here, I would probably put on Clamp Breaker because you can fight contact a little better off contact. Protect the ball, as the description states. Put on Quick First Step and Vice Grip. Unplockables, absolutely a necessity. And then I would probably put on Break Starter and Floor General as my last two badges. Or if you don't really feel like Floor General, go ahead and put on Dimer. And finally, our defense. Put on Challenger, Post Lockdown. Rebound Chaser on Bronze is always helpful, and same with Clamps. You could use Brick Wall if you like, if you like setting screens. Again, totally your MO. I would put on Gold Menace and then Pogo Stick, or put that last point into Workhorse, because I've heard Workhorse is especially helpful. But that'll do it, honestly, in terms of the badges and the build, and then you can kind of see where you fit in terms of lineups when you become a starter, for whatever team you decide to go to. Since he was a combo forward, he obviously, certain teams you'll be a power forward, some teams you'll be a small forward. Totally does not matter, because quite honestly, you could probably play shooting guard too if you had a tertiary positioning, because he was the Rifleman, for Pete's sake. He's going to be shooting that. He's going to be dishing it a little bit. So he would also fit as a tertiary shooting guard. So, yeah, that's really all about it for Chuck Person, aka the Rifleman, today, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing this. I'm going to try to get some more original content out here as consistently as possible soon. I do have an improved version of the replica build for Bill Laimbeer, which I will be putting out sometime either this week or this weekend. But as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Share this with your friends, and catch you next time.